guys? Back with the fresh final review, and I'm your host, Rich Iso. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are doing the X Plus 25cm Rick Boy Godzilla 1973. Bam! That's what's up. Alright, so first things first, let me tell you about this figure. Obviously, we're going to tell you about it, but I really love this figure. Godzilla Vs Megalon was my first Godzilla film, and I love it dearly. All its hokiness, all its tail dragging, drop kicking, giant jet jaguar, robot shrinking, growing, all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, I love that movie. I love it. Okay, so just like the figure, I really love the figure. It's just total nostalgia for me and brings me back to watching Godzilla vs. Megalon for all its awesomeness. And yeah, to me, it's awesome. Whether you like it or not, it is fresh because I said so. Okay? Of course, that's just my opinion, so slow your jets. Okay? Pump the brakes there, fellas. Alright, so 25cm figure. Toho Large Monster Series, Godzilla 73, Rick Boy. Okay? Before we get all that, as you can see, it's up here anyway. Let's look at the box. Bam. Typical 25cm box. Got the window case. I feel like I say this all the time. But, you know, my box is a little dinged up, again, because I got it from Yahoo Japan. So when you buy it from Yahoo Japan, you really can't tell, you know, exactly what you get until you have it in your hand. No big deal. The figure was in perfect condition. Oh, I take that back. Almost perfect condition. We'll go over that in a few minutes. But, box is the box. That's not how we treat our boxes, but that's okay. Alright, so, 25cm. Again, it's a 25cm. Got it? Get it. Alright, so Rick Boy comes with an extra head. We'll go over that momentarily. But, I just love this figure. Oh, this was released in 2010. I forget the month at the moment, but mind you, came out 2010. So, it's 2015, the time is recorded. We're talking 5 years ago, people. There is currently no reissues of this figure. There was a Wonderfest release. So it's similar, but they're different. But we'll use this for size comparison later, even though I just kind of gave you one. But this figure has only been released just this once, right here in front of your face. Okay, so enough yakking. Let's go over there and get this review rocking. Bam! Alright, people, so here we go. Let's rock and roll. Godzilla figure. Pretty basic, like every other Godzilla figure. We have your dark gray, charcoal, tree bark-like skin, okay? White dorsal plates. Now, something about these dorsal plates, unlike many of the other Showa Godzilla suits, is that these are mostly all white. And there's a little bit of gray highlights in there, but most unlike the other Godzilla suits, the skin is kind of like creeping its way up through most of the center. But here, it's all white, and it's not really much painted gray. Only a little bit. Only a little bit. But, if you look on the other side, it's the same deal. If you look here, you can see a little bit of a highlight right there. So, mostly white, okay? So, not bad. I really dig it. Of course I dig it. I dig everything, okay? Alright, one feature I really want to talk about is the face. Check out this face. I love this face. I have the Wonderfest figure of this, you know, that came as a reissue, but it is this figure right here because it has this closed mouth. It has this just smirk on him. You know, it reminds me of when Godzilla was standing on Monster Island just as Jet Jaguar came over and, you know, hailed Godzilla to come back to the mainland to help, you know, fight Megalon and Gigan and whatnot. But I love this closed mouth. It totally captures the essence of the 73 suit. I love it. Okay? Alright, so the face looks good. Closed mouth. Eyes are pretty awesome looking. You know, there's a lot of texture in the pupil. Just a lot of layers, if you look at that. You know, and that was like that on the suit, too. And they perfectly recaptured it here on the figure. Okay? Arms are kind of tucked in. You know, remember in the movie, Godzilla was kind of doing like this weird, like, almost like karate-style hand gestures, like bring it, bro, bring it. Okay? So, I like the way that these are positioned. Looks good. The feet, we got three toes on each foot. Bam. If you look over here, look at this one. Got a little scratch on that. That's how it came. You know, I probably could fix that real easy, but I haven't messed with it. So, 3 toes on each foot. There are some, I don't know, I think this is a paint highlight here. It looks like some, you know, yeah, it's some dry brushing over the figure here, right on the kneecap. There's a little bit over here on the thigh. Again, over here on this side of the legs. Now remember, because they were in the middle of an open tree area or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, there was really not too much city destruction at all in the film, so not a big deal. You know, it was all like a fun, you know, duke it out tag team boxing match, so that was pretty fun. Tail drooped down, worked his way all the way here, and just drags on the ground for pretty much, you know. Now, you know, if you want to recreate, no, you can't do that with this figure. You can't recreate the tail drag and drop kick, but that's okay. That was fun anyway. Okay, again, the dorsal plates looking good. Single row, main row dorsal plates like pretty much every other Showa Godzilla suit. Over here we have one joint here where you get the tail squishy soft, like the shirt says, people. Squishy, soft, bam! So just one joint there, twist the tail like that, but you don't really want to mess with it too much because it gets a little tight because it's supposed to stay in line with the dorsal plates like that, okay? So the tail just kind of drags like that. Looking pretty cool. All right. What else? Up here. All right. So let's talk about the Rick Boy real quick. We're just gonna look at the pictures here because I don't really want to keep taking the head on and off. But you get this extra head. Actually, I'm having a brain fart here. I think the figure came. Yeah, this is the regular. This is the standard. The Rick Boy comes with open mouth. Okay, much like the Wonderfest version. But I already have the Wonderfest version with an open mouth. It looks very similar to this. And I love the closed mouth. So I had already purchased the Wonderfest. Actually, the Wonderfest set, which at Jaguar and Godzilla 73 was one of my first purchases with X Plus. Remember that, people. Remember that. You might need it in a future date. I'll let you know when. But I was like, I love the 73 suit from the Wonderfest version, but I wanted the closed mouth one simply because he looks so awesome. And awesome he does, okay? So, the Rick Boy, you pop this head off, you pop this one on, take a look at the pictures, and you can see how the figure looks in all its mighty awesomeness with the other head on. Teeth and everything are individually sculpted. Looks pretty good. The eyes are practically the same as on the standard head. The gums are painted nicely, you know, pinkish red. Tongue in there. Everything looks really, 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 really good. Really dig it. But, again, I like this closed mouth, and that is my choice to have this figure displayed like that. So, extra head, you know, maybe I'll display him. Well, look, maybe he could be like a weird Siamese twin or something like that. Pretty weird, huh? Okay. Alright, so, I think I covered everything. Trying to keep this short because my reviews are kind of long, and I even get bored watching them sometimes. So, let's take it back to the table for final thoughts. Bam! Wow! Alright, final thoughts. First, you gotta do size comparison. So, we're gonna bring up 25 centimeter Megalon. Completely should have did that over there, but that's okay. So here we go. 25 centimeter Megalon with the 25 centimeter Godzilla 73. Okay? They fit in perfect scales. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bang, bang. Bow. Chicka wow wow. Whatever. Okay, so that looks great. So if you have the Megalon and you want the Godzilla 73, they fit great together. If you have the Godzilla 73 and you want the Megalon, they fit great together. What's the moral of this point? They fit great together! Okay? Jeez, what? Alright, what else? What else do you want to see? Let's do a 30 centimeter figure. What's the nearest one closest to me? Let's do... Which one? Which one do you see? How about the 89? Let's do the Sakai. UJ Sakai. 89. Okay, well now mind you... Oh! Sorry. Alright, Godzilla 89 in the Sakai line, Yuji Sakai is a little bit shorter, but as you can see, the size difference, it just doesn't compare. Okay? Bam. Bam. Okay, back up there. Brethren, 30 centimeter scale. We'll get more. What else can we compare? Alright, how about... Alright, we'll use the Wonderfest, because we got to compare these two. Alright, so we got the Wonderfest. Okay? Should have really did this up close, but you guys get the idea. The Wonderfest, everything from... except for the open mouth, because the open mouth here on the Rick Boy head, bam, right there, okay? These are almost the same, okay? Bam. But from the back, the tail, everything is practically the same, except the arms, obviously. The arms are different. Both arms are different. You know, this one's got Godzilla doing that. The other one's got him doing that, like he's about to pray. Oh, okay? So, but they're very, very, very similar. The dorsal plates are the same. So, you got two options for the 73, but, you know, anybody watching this, to answer a question, I'm sure I'm going to get it. Where can you get it? How much was it? Both of these figures are really hard to find right now. Both of them are not. They have not been reissued. There is, as far as I know, there are no plans for reissues. That's up to X Plus, so I have no idea. The price point, now when this was released, the Rick Boy probably would have cost you about $130 or so. The standard by itself was probably about $95 or so, give or take, depending on the fluctuation with the yen, the dollar. The Rick Boy set, because he came with Jet Jaguar, who's over here, bam, that was a Wonderfest exclusive, 2 figures, 25 centimeter scale, limited to 100 sets. I think when that came out, that might have been, you know, I'm not sure because I bought mine off of eBay. I paid a little bit, I paid more money than what it was when it came out, but that's my business, people. Don't worry about it. But if you can find these for a reasonable price, if you can find a collector, X Plus collectors group that's selling them, you know, don't hesitate to jump on it because, you know, these don't pop up all that often. Okay? So, final thoughts. Here we go, people. Final thoughts. I love this figure. I love the face. He just makes me melt. Ah! Okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. It just brings me back to that nostalgia factor, feeling of watching Godzilla vs. Megalon. You know, it makes you forget about, you know, some of the, you know, makes you forget about having a bad day or whatever. You just think about Godzilla vs. Megalon. It's just pure fun, people. That's what it's about. Pure fun. So, this figure is, he doesn't smell anymore, but I can tell you right now, I can definitely smell the vinyl in the room because it's getting a little warm out. But definitely fresh! Bam! Okay? Definitely, you know what? I have really no complaints about the figure, so it's X Plus, people. Now, I love it. I'm tired of doing this. Well, I'm not tired of doing it, but the scale thing, you know, 1 out of 10. You know, I don't have any beef with it, so I love it. It's graded however you want. I think the figure's great. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out FreshVinylHQ.com for more awesome content. I'm building a database for X Plus Bandai, SH Monster Arts. You know, all this crazy stuff, everything I have in my collection. So check the website out. Hit me up in the comment section. Send me a message on Facebook. Friend me, whatever. I don't care. And one last thing. Remember, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Bam!